Hi, I'm Professor Lynn Ritchey, and in this video, we're going to look at diversity in space orientations or territoriality. If we go back to Edward T. Hall's primary message system. Hall is credited with developing the field of proxemics in cross-cultural research. In his theory, Hall looked at personal space and community space. Our perception, according to Hall, is culturally determined. He identified 4 interpersonal zones, and we'll look at each one of these. Intimate space, and we usually see that between 0 and 2 feet, or 0 and 61 centimeters, and we see activities like lovemaking, comforting, and whispering. The second space zone is our personal space, and this is for personal and casual conversations. This zone is approximately 2 to 4 feet or 61 centimeters to 1 meter. The third type of zone, interpersonal zone, is our social space, and this is for our this is for our formal interactions. These space zones range from 4 to 12 feet or 1 to 3.5 meters. And the final interpersonal space zone is our public space. This is for public lectures and performances, and it's generally more than 12 feet or more than 3.5 meters. I've included a table here so you can see the average distance for the intimate, personal, and social space within with the range in centimeters. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. And just take a little bit of time to look at those distances. And you can begin to see the variations in the countries. I should probably mark the United States here. We're here somewhere. Here we are. There you go. So you can see the variation on these different dimensions. Hall also recognized that people have spaces that they claim as their own territory, and he identified 4 territories that we defend. The first one is body territory, and this is similar to our personal space. How close do we like to be to other people? How do we define our space versus someone else's space? The second territory is our home territory, and this is where we have control over the use of the space. You probably have your own home space. I hope you have a space in your own home that you claim as your own. The next territory is our interactional territory, and these are informal spaces where control is shared. So if we look at a family home, we probably have a little bit of our own home territory as well as interactional territory. In an office, we might see everyone has their own office space, but there's also informal spaces like a break room where control is shared. The last territory is public territory, and these are our formal spaces. We have very little control of the use of the space. We may defend a space for a little bit of time, like a spot on a public bench in a park or waiting for a bus. Think about how you defend your territories. And how might people respond to violations of their space orientation norms? The amount of physical contact preferred also varies by culture. High contact cultures are more comfortable with physical contact and physical touch with others. Some high contact countries include France, Italy, Russia, South and Central America, Middle Eastern, and African countries. Moderate contact countries include the United States, Canada, Australia, Germany, and Northern European countries. Low contact countries include China, Japan, Korea, and other East Asian countries. So these are some things to keep in mind as you are observing your social world to see if you can pick up on some of those territoriality messages that we talked about with using Hall's primary message system. Next up, we're going to look at the diversity in our time orientations. I'll see you soon.